sang that song? Go to our website and find out now.
Z1075FM.com. Dig Z Country, Z107.5 is KXKZ Ruston, West Monroe.
Well, it's about that time on Z1075 for Southern Outdoors on your radio dial. It ain't just hunting, it's a way of life. From them Louisiana swamps to them skyscraping pines. Talking about bass, bucks, ducks, squirrels, turkeys, and hogs. Gulf Coast fishing and gigging bullfrogs. We talk about it all. It's about that time for Southern Outdoors. It's a way of life for them backwoods country folks. From the deer stand to the duck blind, here in Sportsman's Paradise. It's Southern Outdoors on Z1075.
Here's the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show with your hosts, Brandy Watson and Todd Causey.
Welcome to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. I'm your host, Brandy Watson.
And I'm your other host, Todd Causey. How y'all doing out there?
Hope y'all are having a wonderful evening. And it's not quite as hot yesterday as it was today as it was yesterday. I mean, it was a scorcher yesterday. We got a little bit of rain down our way last night, so that's cooled it off, I think, a little bit. So, and if this weather keeps cooling off like it is, and if y'all are noticing, the leaves are starting to change. And I can't remember the last time the leaves have changed this early. I mean, it's, what, August the 25th? And I've been noticing this for about a week. 26.
26. Yeah, they start to change a little bit. They're not real aggressive about it, but you are seeing some trees that the leaves are starting to change on already.
And if you don't believe it, you can come fish them out of the pool.
Yeah, that's right. But and that's kind of exciting when you see the leaves starting to change. You know, ever so mild as it is, but when you see that little bit of change in color, it starts getting you exciting. You know, we had a cool July. Wasn't real hot in July. We're paying for it right now because it's been pretty hot here the last couple of weeks. We can get some hot temperatures up around 100 degrees, but not
it hasn't actually reached 100 yet. The heat index has, but the temperature itself hasn't.
Yeah. And but not quite as hot as what it was last year, but hopefully we'll get a good cool October.
Yeah,
the
weather service, and just saying this just mildly, because Louisiana weather, you never know what it's going to do. But they're actually calling for a harsh winter this winter. The polar vortex or whatever they're calling it is supposed to be coming down. Now, they're saying it's not going to be quite as cold as it was last year. We're not going to see as much snow. But they're calling for very chilly and very wet winter for us. So,
I don't really care much about the wet, but the chilly and the cold, I'm all for that. Don't like the rain. It makes bow hunting a little bit uncomfortable when you have to sit out there in the rain or sit out there with a slicker suit on trying to bow hunt, because that's all I'm gonna do this year is bow hunt. Got a couple stands we thought was ready to go, but of course, living in my world, you can't. I'm gonna put a sign up. I was thinking about this today. I'm gonna put a sign up around my bow hunting area. I don't know, 25, 30 yards out from my stand all the way around. Put 4 or 5 of them up that says deer feeding zone only. And go ahead and keep all them hogs won't come in and they see that sign, maybe they'll read it and actually go the other direction.
Well, if you can catch a hog that can read, please do so, because we will be a multi-millionaire.
Well, if I remember right, Wilbur could read, remember?
Is that what is that off Charlottesville?
Charlottesville, Wilbur
Yeah.
could read. I think he could. Some of them hogs can read, but
Well, I honestly have to say, everybody that's got stands up, everybody that I've talked to that's got stands up and started feeding have hogs. There's not one person that I have talked to, or that Todd has talked to, that has not seen hogs.
that's exactly right. Everybody, and if they haven't seen hogs before, they're starting to see them. And of course, hogs are coming to your neighborhood soon. So, but that's all right. We get out there, put a broadhead to a couple of them, and put some meat in the freezer.
Yep, I think everybody, especially around our neck of the woods, is ready to just go on a hog killing spree because they are everywhere. They're even coming up close to dog pens and backyards. They don't care.
Yeah, well, I was excited this year about this new area because I went there and was doing some scouting, seen absolutely no hog signs, no rootings, no old tracks, no old wallers, the hardwood bottom. Because it was close to a beaver pond, and I went around the beaver pond. No wallers over there, no hog tracks. I'm like, can you believe that maybe I'll get to hunt without any hogs? And started putting out some minerals and some corn, some rice bran things, and took pictures. You had my camera out, got pictures the first time, and for some reason I didn't have my card in my camera formatted correctly, and I wasn't able to look at the pictures, but I didn't have nothing but deer tracks. I looked at the tracks real hard, but nothing but deer tracks. And so I said, well, that's good. So I put my new card in there and got it going. Went back out there. That was on a Saturday. Went back on a Wednesday. I'm sorry. I was on a Wednesday when I checked that camera, and I went back on Saturday. No, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Had 693 pictures in 4 or 5 days. And 690 of them was hogs, and 3 of them was 3 measly old skinny does. That's it.
But the one thing that you have, not really going in your favor right now is there's really not another stand around you that's feeding. So, once other people start feeding, that would break up some of the monotony of all the hogs on your stand, hopefully.
Oh, hogwash, I call that. Everybody was feeding last year, and that's all the same hogs. But anyway, we ain't gonna whine about it all day, are we? We're gonna just go out there and shoot us a couple hogs, put them in the freezer, and shoot 2 or 3 of them. They'll scurry on off for 2 or 3 weeks, and they'll come back. But I'll keep shooting 2 or 3 until they hit the freezer for them, I guess.
Well, we can always find somebody in need that might need a hog, because I have a feeling there's going to be quite a few hogs killed this year.
I can guarantee you I'm going to kill some.
But you're listening to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. We're going to take you to your Nomi's Tech Tip, and we'll be back with more after this.
Here's another Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Tech Tip, brought to you by Nomi's Pawn and Gun in Jonesboro.
Come to the biggest little store around, Nomi's Pawn and Gun in Jonesboro, Louisiana. Diamonds, jewelry, guns, big screen TVs, tools, and a whole lot more. Purchase a scope, Nomi's will mount it free of charge. Free bore sighting, 0% down and no interest on 12 months, same as cash. Nomi's has been in business for 30 years. Nomi's Pawn and Guns, where you get everything from diamonds to double barrels. 418 Allen Avenue in Jonesboro, Louisiana. Welcome to Southern Outdoors Tech Tip, brought to you by Nomi's Pawn and Gun, where you can get anything from diamonds to double barrels. So go by and see Sonny. Tell him Southern Outdoors sent you. Here is a 5-step checklist to prepare you for the deer season. Step 1, check the regulations. Now is the time to review the hunting regulations for the upcoming season. Even though you are an experienced hunter, check the regulations since they can change year to year. You don't want a visit by the game warden that turns your annual deer hunt into a bad experience. Visit your state game and fish agency's website for the latest regulations, or call and have them send you a copy. Step 2, buy your hunting license and take your hunter education if necessary. Beat the rush and buy your license now. This way you are not scrambling at the last minute as you do final preparations for that week in the woods. Also, if you have a new hunter, be aware that the hunter education certificate will be necessary for purchase. of that first hunting license. A new hunter can now be trained online, so it saves everyone time with added convenience of taking the course from your home. Step 3, clean and check your equipment. I'm sure you probably cleaned your rifle after your last hunt. However, you should get all your equipment out and make sure it is working properly and that it was cleaned and in good condition. The equipment check will ensure safe, sure operations when you have that big whitetail buck in your sights. You should also look at your ammunition supply. Many common calibers are in short supply, so don't wait till the day before or the day of the hunt to make sure you have ample cartridges. Step 4, sight in your rifle. Though your rifle was right on target last season, when you brought home that big whitetail deer, don't assume it is set for this year. You may have bumped the scope, or moisture during the storage may have caused a change in the scope position. Head out and throw some lead downrange. Make sure you're still on target. Besides, it's fun and a good way to spend a Saturday. Step 5, scout the property. It is never too early to start scouting. It is a great way to spend a summer day outdoors and allows you to start understanding the deer patterns and habits, so you are situated in the best possible spot for opening day. It also wouldn't hurt to get your blind out early so the deer get used to it. Last minute setup in the field will not help. Go for success and prepare early. Mentoring a hunter through the hunter safety course is a gift the new hunter will remember for life, and the best way to ensure the future of our sport. Deer hunting is the biggest game season in the sport. In some states it starts in July and others not until October. Preparation is the key to success. So now is the time to check the regulations, get the new hunter prepared with hunter education, and clean your guns, buy ammo, and sight in that rifle or bow. Good luck this hunting season.
Now back to the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5. It's not just hunting, it's a way of life.
And welcome back to Southern Outdoors with your crazy crew, Brandy and a toddler over there. I know Todd kind of came in sleepy this evening, and his sleepiness is wearing off on me. I'm starting to yawn.
Yeah, I've had a couple long days on the day job, and I didn't sleep well last night. I slept crooked on Sunday night, so my neck's all, whopper jawed, I reckon. And,
Whopper jawed. I like that.
So I couldn't hardly sleep last night, so the 2 nights without much sleep and long days on top of that, kind of wore out. But,
And don't forget, you can download the Red Peach Radio app on your Android or iPhone and listen to us anywhere in the world, or you can go to z1075fm.com and listen to us and watch us anywhere in the world.
That's exactly right, Brandy.
But I tell you, we got 5 weeks till bow season. 5.
That's right. 5 weeks. Bow season opens on October 1st, which is a lovely Wednesday, right dead slap dab on the hump day of the week. So it's a good day to take a day off and go bow hunting on hump day.
And last weekend, I know we went with you last Tuesday night, I was out sick. But last weekend, we had the Louisiana Restaurant Association clay shoot that was held at the Los Palomas Sporting Range in Benton, Louisiana. We attended that. And we actually had a good time out there shooting skeet.
Oh, we had a blast. I mean, because how do you not have a blast burning powder, I mean, it's always fun. It's always fun when you burn some powder, but we had some good friends with us. Did a lot of shooting. Had a pretty good crowd out there. I don't think we had quite as many as I had last year, but still had a good crowd. Did pretty good. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's always a good time.
Yep.
I got to show everybody around on the buggy. So I got to show everybody around on the new Polaris Ranger that we got. So that was nice.
Yeah, it's nice to have that there to carry our shells and rifles and ice chests full of cold water, because it was a hot one out there. And,
oh, yeah, it was definitely hot.
Like an idiot, I wore blue jeans.
And he is the only one in jeans, and I'm not kidding you, I said before I left the house, Are you sure you want to wear jeans? Yeah, I'll be fine. 8:30 that morning, 9 o'clock, he's like, man, we ain't even got to Target 1 yet. I wish I'd wore shorts. And everybody started snickering at him.
My plan was to wear shorts. When I got up that morning, my mind just couldn't make me put on them shorts, so I was wearing jeans, but it was all right. I made it through the day without passing out. Couldn't shoot straight, but I made it through the day without passing out.
And what was so great is, last weekend we did that, and then it was a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't on a weekend, but it was on Thursday night.
It was actually the week before.
Yeah. We went to the ULM Wesley Foundation 3rd Annual Sportsman's Auction, and we had the pleasure of meeting Travis Turner. That's Travis T-Bone Turner. So I know that was a pleasure. We actually got to sit down and visit with him for a little while. And y'all get ready for this. We're actually going to set up an interview and have him on our show. So we're looking forward to that.
Yep, that'll be coming up here probably. Hopefully we get it done before hunting season, because once hunting season starts, who's got time for anything to hunting?
Exactly.
So hopefully we'll get that done here in the next couple of weeks and have a nice interview with Travis. He was a guest speaker that night, and he did a wonderful job. I can't remember who they said catered it, but the jambalaya was real good. It was just a real nice event. We had to cut out a little early because we had an emergency come up, but we hated that happened. But we had to cut out a little bit early. But we had a good time.
Yes, we had a really good time. And it was interesting listening to Travis talk, about how he got into the hunting industry and how he started out, just like you with his love of archery. And it was really nice, having a hunting show, and it's always intriguing to me to talk to other people that have hunting shows and that have started out just like you and I have, and to hear their story and to see how far Travis has come. And I could, probably sit there and listen to his stories for days, and just a good old Georgia country boy, just like we're good old country folks, and it's nice to hear their stories,
Yeah, it is, because everybody watches, Travis and Michael Waddell, Nick Muntz, and Bill Jordan, and all of them on the Outdoor Channel. And then, if you like me, been watching for years. I mean, I can't tell you how long I've been watching the Monster Books series. That used to be a ritual every year, the day before bow season. Me and one of my hunting buddies would get out the Monster Books tape and sit there, and of course back then it was VHS tapes. I'm telling over my age now, But let's get out the VHS tape and sit there and watch it and get all pumped up with them big bucks, and we just knew we was gonna kill one the next morning. And of course, that rarely ever happened when you hunt here in Louisiana, on these leases as they call them, which are frustrating sometimes. But anyway, I was a ritual just watching that, and they put on had some good shows or tapes at the time, because now it's on the TV, and they still on CDs. But I remember when Travis first come on, and he talked about that night when they started doing the little archery tournament thing with Jeff Foxworthy, and he was on there, and it was just fun watching. It was a good time. It was, back then that was totally different from the way most of the hunting shows were. They sat down and talked about the hunts and everything. Most hunting shows you just watched them with the tape and they hunted, but it was nice when you get out there and cut up and have fun and act silly, and so it was real fun to watch.
The camaraderie of what it's actually really like to be at a camp and what hunting season's about. Yeah, we get out there and we get serious about our hunting season, but hey, I mean, it's like we're just like anybody else. We cut up and have a good time and goof off. I mean, that's part of it.
That's right. That's part of the fellowship between fellow hunters and friends. It's not all about hunting. We've said this many times before. It's not all about killing the deer or harvesting the squirrels, the rabbits, the coyotes, or whatever it is that you hunt. But it's just as much about that as it is about the fellowship and the friends you make along the way, and the relationships that you build that last a lifetime. And
yeah, that's like, as Michael and Travis would say, the brotherhood. It's like we had emailed him, or Todd had emailed him the other day, and was giving him some information that he had asked for, a friend of ours, and it's ironic because we actually know the same people, and he said, thanks brother, we're all brothers and sisters in the hunting world. I mean, you always have that connection.
Yeah, but it was nice to hear listening to him talking about how he got started, from went to college as an air conditioner repairman, and come from there to open his own, going to work for an archery shop, and open his own shop, and just worked his way up from there. And now, he's starring on Bone Collector, his own Team Real Tree sometime. I mean, it's real interesting.
It is. And you're listening to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. We're going to take you to your Good Things Fishing Report, and we'll be back with more after this.
Hi folks, David Sergine at Hickson Autoplex in Monroe, and I want to thank you for helping us break all sales records in June and July. And we're not stopping here. People are driving from all over Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Texas to take advantage of our upfront pricing. It really makes getting a great deal easy. With over 600 new Fords and 250 pre-owned vehicles to choose from, we've got what you're looking for. The reason we sell so many is because you pay so little.
On the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoor Show, it's time now for the Fishing Report, brought to you by Good Things in West Monroe.
Good Things of West Monroe has that one-of-a-kind gift, whether you're looking for rustic, hunting, or western decor. Good Things also carry concealed carry purses by Montana, as well as western and blingy ones too, dresses and wild-colored leggings, and contour tees. Good Things also has Mexican pottery and outdoor decor, just in time for spring and summer. Good Things, 3001 Cypress Street, West Monroe, or on Facebook at Good Things Gifts.
Welcome to Southern Outdoors Fishing Report, brought to you by Good Things Gift Shop. This is my wife's favorite shop, and you can get all kinds of good things there, so go by and check them out. The Fishing Report is pulled from fishingnotes.com. Largemouth bass tips for current conditions. 77 degrees is in the largemouth bass prime water temperature range, and fishing should be good right now. Bait fish are much more active in this water temperature, and largemouth bass will be feeding aggressively throughout the day. This is a great time of the year to be on the water. Crappie tips for current conditions. Crappie prefer this water temperature and will be actively feeding and staying in solid patterns. Bait fish are more active and schooling in all parts of the lake in this water temperature. Catfish tips for current conditions. The entire catfish family is very active and actively feeding in this water temperature. All catfish, including blue cat, flathead, and channel cat, will be looking for their next meal. It's a perfect time to get out in the water and fill the freezer. Good luck out there.
Let's get back to more on the outdoors way of life with the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5.
And welcome back to Southern Outdoors on Z107. I'm your host, Brandy Watson. We have Todd Causey in the studio, and he is over there pushing buttons and producing the show. If it wasn't for him over there running the board, we would be in trouble because we would not be able to do the show. So I want to thank you for that, Toddler. But as we're saying, hunting season is fast approaching. I cannot wait for it to get here. I've got visions of big bucks dancing in my head. So, I did manage to get all the hunting clothes washed up, was sent away this weekend, and sealed back up in our airtight containers with the scent wafers in there. So ready for that, and looking forward to that. And that even makes me want it to get here faster. There's something about the smell of dirt.
Oh yeah. Talking about being excited for hunting season. I mean, of course, we're all excited. The closer it gets, that's part of it. That it's in our blood to get excited. Well, Brandy goes to town the other day and come in. She's going to buy groceries. She comes home and she's got one sack of groceries to feed us, and the whole bed of the truck full of mineral box, Acorn-Rage liquid. I mean, corn coat, committed deer. Rice bran, all kinds of liquors, just all kind of stuff.
Well, I said I was going grocery shopping. I didn't specify if it was for us or the deer.
She had all kind of stuff. And then she gets out of the truck. She, don't be mad at me. I'm like, for what? And then I go seeing all this stuff. I'm like, why am I going to be mad at you? You buying stuff to feed our deer and to attract our deer. So why am I going to be mad at you?
Yeah, and I've said this a million times. I guess I don't know. I guess I'm not the average girly girl because I don't like to shop. I cannot stand like shopping where there's just running to Walmart or going to the mall. I'm just not a shopper. But I think, like I was telling Todd, my problem with shopping is you take me to a sporting goods store or the sporting aisle in the store, you know, where Deerfield, I can't stop. I'm addicted to the, you know, the hunting shopping experience, not actually the, oh, let me go get a dress shopping experience. I like to go to the sporting goods section and buy them out. So,
yeah, she did a good job. She got some good deals on some stuff, that's for sure. She found some stuff that was on sale, and got some real good deals. So I was happy about that. But I was even more happy Sunday when I loaded the Ranger up and carried a bunch of it out to my deer stand. I was even more happy.
But hey, look, I may be shopping, but I'm shopping for hunting stuff only. Well, not only. I did have to buy us some groceries, and I bought two of everything. One for me and one for him, so he can't complain.
She bought us a can of biscuits. Everything else went to the deer. We got a can of biscuits. I've eaten biscuits for 4 days now.
Oh, poor toddler. He's just going to starve him to death.
Wop biscuits at that.
Now, y'all know he's lying. Country Girl don't make Wop biscuits. But anyway, I am guilty of that. I did go say I was going grocery shopping and come back with a truck full of sporting good stuff and deer feed. So, but it is grocery shopping. You feed the deer and then you go out into God's grocery store and you kill the deer. So technically, I am grocery shopping. It's just delayed a little bit.
Yeah. but hunting season is you know, like we're talking, is fastly approaching. It's getting here very quick. All kinds of things going on right now in the hunting world. This Friday night in Jonesboro at the community center, they've got the Louisiana Sportsman Association's having a meeting there at 7 o'clock, I believe. 7 o'clock to discuss the dog hunting issues. So if you dog hunt for deer or anything you hunt with dogs and you'd like to attend that meeting, it's going to be a good meeting to go to. You probably want to be in Jonesboro at the community center on Friday night at about 7 o'clock.
Yeah, but like I said, you know, we've stressed this time and time again. We've got to stick together. We've got to stand up for our hunting rights. It doesn't matter what type of hunting you do, where it's duck hunting, dove hunting, hog hunting, deer hunting, frog gigging, bass. It does not matter. If you are into the outdoor sports and you're into hunting and fishing, the hunters, we've all got to stand up because, I mean, they're trying to pull every right we got, you know, whatever it may be. So we've definitely got to stick together on that and get more involved.
That's right. You don't want to miss that meeting. The Louisiana Sports Association is trying to help us fight for our rights to hunt with dogs, and of course, you know, all that has to do with the Weyerhaeuser property. So if you listen to the outdoor calendar, we have that event on the calendar, and with the name and number to contact for more information. So just listen to that on the outdoor calendar.
And you're listening to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. We're going to take you to your Dan Lord Plumbing Archery Talk, and we'll be back with more after this.
Why are so many people choosing Hickson Autoplex in Monroe? Over 600 new Fords and 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Upfront pricing on every new and pre-owned vehicle in stock makes getting a great deal easy. Shop online at HicksonFordMonroe.com, where our e-commerce specialist will deliver a great price and an unbelievable shopping experience without ever leaving your home or office. The reason we sell so many is you pay so little.
On the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show, it's time now for your archery talk.
Dan Lord Plumbing, LLC, the place for all your plumbing needs, from big to small. Dan Lord Plumbing puts in septic tanks, treatment plants for residential and commercial, and even new construction. Dan Lord Plumbing has a camera and jetter service and can locate utilities. Dan Lord Plumbing, LLC. Don't go to sleep with a leak.
Welcome to Southern Outdoors Archery Talk, brought to you by Dan Lord Plumbing, where you can get all of your plumbing needs. Don't go to sleep with a leak. 3D archery is a subset of field archery focusing on shooting at life-size models of game and is popular with hunters. It is most common to see unmarked distances in 3D archery, as the goal is to accurately recreate a hunting environment for competition. Though the goal is hunting practice, hunting broadheads are not used, as they will tear up the foam targets too much. Normal target or field tips of the same weight as the intended broadhead are used instead. In the past 10 years, 3D archery has taken a new life with the competitive edge. There is a whole new group of competitions that are no longer considered hunting practice. Competitions held in many U.S. states with the totals from each state being added together to crown a single winner within each division. Some competitors will travel thousands of miles a year to compete and try to claim the world title in 3D archery. This competitive style has been growing in many other countries and should continue with a strong support for many years to come. The major 3D groups are the IBO, the International Bowhunters Association, and the ASA, the American Shooters Association, are primarily based in the eastern United States. They each have different rules and scoring methods. They host a number of competitive shoots across the eastern United States. There are several classes in each organization that range from hunter all the way up to professional classes. Each class shoots a maximum yardages that vary by class. Here in North Louisiana, we have the Northeast Louisiana Archery Associations, or NELA, that is a group of 4 local clubs that came together many years ago to form an association to standardize rules and regulations to allow the archers to enjoy more organized events. They also incorporate a season-ending championship shoot with a awards banquet that has grown to be an event you don't want to miss, crowning champions in each class as well as shoot of the year in each class. The organization NELA is a family-oriented group that, along with 4 associated clubs, try to preserve the sport of 3D archery through the youth in the clubs, and also hold many fundraising benefit shoots to help provide support to the local community and families in need. So why would you, as a fellow bow hunter, not want to join this association? You can go to their website at NELA.org, that is NELAA.org, and check it out. This has been your Southern Outdoors Archery Talk.
Now back to the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5. It's not just hunting, it's a way of life.
And welcome back to your crazy crew here at Southern Outdoors. And we have got buck fever and cannot wait for hunting season to get here. I'm telling you, I'm just like chomping at the bits ready for it. And, you know, as we was telling you, getting ready for hunting season, there's so many things you got to do. It's like, like I was saying, I've washed all the clothes and sent away soap and put them away in airtight containers. And, you want to already be scouting or have done scouting. If you haven't, make sure you get out there and start scouting. Find out where you're going to put your stands. Get all that ready. Start getting your food plots ready. And another thing is check them trail cameras. I know, you take your trail cameras down, you put them up. And like Todd, he put a trail camera out on a tree, and then he goes and gets his little card out of it, and it wasn't formatted correctly. So make sure you got it up, or you may miss pictures of Louis Grande. So, make sure you always got enough batteries on hand. Make sure the cameras are working correctly. Even if you have to do like we do and get out in the yard and run back in front of it, put it on the post and run back in front of it 4 or 5 times acting like a fool to see if it's going to take a picture, because we've actually been guilty of that.
You're not supposed to tell our crazy secrets. Like crazy people running around in front of a trail camera to make sure it's taking pictures. But
we don't want to miss the big buck.
No, we don't. We definitely don't want to do that. But
just like when you were out there, we got our cameras, and we have different types of cameras. We have different brand names. We're not going to list the names because there's some that work better than others, and we don't want to throw its mate at anybody's head. But but make sure you got your cameras and make sure they're up working, because like I put a camera out, and the first week it was taking pictures. Second week I got 3. Knowing I had something on my lane, but the pictures didn't take. So just double check and triple check them trail cameras, because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, using trail cameras is a very good tool for seeing what kind of deer you got in the area. Figuring out their feeding patterns. But if they're not working, if they're not taking the pictures, then they're really no use. So check your trail cameras, make sure they're working, and keep good fresh batteries in them. and they can be a good tool to use.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I was saying about getting your food plots ready. You should already be having food plots get ready. If not, you need to start getting them ready. Make sure you got your soil tilled up. Make sure you check your soil, see if it needs fertilizer. I know I'm actually looking to put some Elbon rye down in one of my lanes, hopefully, to get that down. And for some places that you don't want to go out there and put a lot of hard work into, they do have the throw and grow now, and I used that a little bit last year, and it seemed to come up pretty good.
Yeah, I used that on one of my boat stands last year. It came up real good after I don't know how many trips with 55-gallon drums of water in the back of the truck to finally get enough water on it for it to start growing because it was so dry last year. But believe it or not, that's what.
And just a little funny tip: if you buy throw and grow, do not leave it out where your dogs can eat it, because I have real pretty grass and clover in my backyard. I came in, I was like, Todd, where is my throw and grow? And he's like, I don't know. I was laying on the barbecue pit or whatever it was laying on. And I went out there and started looking in our backyard, and the bag had been torn up. Well, after my dog ate it, Bones, love him to death, there's little bitty, really green spots around the yard where he left it after he got through with it when it came out the other end. So just make sure you put your throw and grow up, because your dogs do seem to like it. But you have pretty little green spots in your yard.
Yeah, one spot where he ate it at, and it was about big around this 2 or 3 foot circle, but it was thick. God, I mean everything in there. The ryegrass, the radishes, the clover, all of that stuff was just all piled up in one just drawer.
Right in front of the shop.
Right, and it was like you could take your shoes off and stand on it, like standing on a cloud. It was so thick, you just floated on it.
But so dogs do like throw and grow, so make sure you put it up where they can't eat it. But anyway, you're listening to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. We're going to take you to your Southern Outdoors Bible verse, and we'll be back with more after this.
Well, the good book says it's all I know it's true. Eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Watch where you go and remember where you've been. That's the way I see it. I'm a simple man.
This is the Bible verse on the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show.
On your Southern Outdoors Bible verse for this week, we go to Romans chapter 6, verse 23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life in Christ Jesus our Lord. God not only shows His love for us through the beauty and wonder of His outdoor creations, but ultimately through His Son Jesus. Although the created world cannot fulfill us and make our lives complete, but Jesus can. And this has been your Southern Outdoors Bible verse, Romans chapter 6, verse 23. God bless.
Let's get back to more on the outdoors way of life with the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5.
And welcome back to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. I'm your host, Brandy Watson. We have the other host, Todd Causey, over there, and the producer that's over there running our show, Mr. Todd. He is multitasking.
Yeah, I don't know if I do call what I'm doing running it, but
he's a little slow on the uptake. He hasn't got much sleep.
I'm pushing some buttons over here. Hoping I don't mess nothing up. I've been known to mess it up before, but it'd be all right. But hunting season is when we talk, want to go hunting season fast approaching. I don't know what everybody else does, but I know we've talked about this before, and you can't talk about it enough. Being prepared for bow season. It's not as simple as just walking out there, the day before gun season and, shooting your gun a few times, make sure it's still on and climbing up in a stand, Shooting a bow is a muscle memory task. And if you don't shoot all the time and keep your muscles what's my word,
your strength up.
Keep your muscles trained for that muscle memory to keep your form perfect, then you will wind up with you making a bad shot because you don't have good and proper form. So if you're not shooting your bow yet, we're 5 weeks away. You need to be shooting your bow at least, I would say, 3 days a week. You don't want to overdo it. Shoot about 15, 20, maybe 25 rounds every day. or 2 or 3 times a week, at least three, about 15, 20, 25 rounds, and start getting your body back, your muscles back, and remembering what it is you're trying to do, and learning, get your form technique back down. Shooting a bow's not as easy as throwing it up on your shoulder and pulling the trigger. So, if you haven't been shooting, get out there and shoot. That's one of the reasons I continue to shoot my bow year round. Even though this year I didn't do a whole lot of 3D archery shooting like normal, I still got out and shot my bow from time to time to stay in the practice, keep my muscles in tune for shooting a bow. Because come October 1st, I do not want to have any chance of me having any excuse other than I just dang right missed. I ain't gonna be able to say it's because I ain't been practicing. It ain't because the stand was in the wrong place. It ain't because of this or that or that. If I miss one, it's because I misjudged the yardage, or I just flat out made a bad shot, because I have been practicing. And that's the easiest way to make a bad shot is to pick up your bow the day before bow season and go out there and shoot, make sure it's sighted in, and it'll climb the tree, and expect to be able to get up there and shoot like you did last year. So get out there and get to practice with your bows. 5 weeks. That ain't very much time. We'll be 2 weeks into bow season before you know it.
Yeah, and that's something Todd has stressed earlier in the earlier shows is, check the strings, check your bow, give it the once over, and you should have had it in a shot by now if something's wrong with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I do a lot of my own bow work on my own bow, so I don't have to deal with the waiting lines at the archery shops and stuff. But here in North Louisiana, we don't have a whole lot of archery shops. They're not just sitting on every corner. So if you're not a skilled, archery tech where you can fix your own bow at home, if you have any problems going on with it, you're going to have to take it somewhere. Okay, if you have to take it somewhere, guess what? You're not going to be the only one. And you're going to wind up, standing in line or having to leave your bow overnight. You may not even get your bow back for a week or two. Here we are 5 weeks away, and you don't get your bow back for 2 or 3 weeks. Then hunting season's right on top of you. So, I mean...
And he's not joking about that, because, Todd's been working on bows, or he works on his bow, and he's really good at archery, and he's really good at working on bows, and, there's people that'll call him personally that knows him, is like, can you work on my bow, and a few that are really good friends who will help out, but there's just not enough archery shops, so you need to get it in the shop as soon as you can. I got
into, working on the bows back years ago when I first started shooting, and I go up to the local archery shop where I bought all my equipment then, and of course he's backed up. He didn't only sell archery stuff; he sold other things there too. So he's trying to run the other part of the store as well. So I go up and help him out a little bit, and start working on my own bow, and first one thing another, and that's how I learned how to work on a bow. And I just did it on my own, and then it got to where when I was working on my own bow and I was doing it at home. Next thing you know, I had this and calling. Can you do this? Can you do that? Next thing you know, I was spending more time working on everybody else's bows than I was on my own bow at home for nothing, just because they're my friends or the people I like. And I'm like, you know what? I'm about to cut that list of people who I will help out down considerably, because I enjoy working on bows, but when it gets hunting season, I want to be in the stand, not working on somebody else's bow or working on mine. So I get my bows ready early enough. Get y'all's bows ready. Get your stands ready. Get everything ready. I mean, you cannot wait to the last minute and expect to go out there and be successful. Hunting is a year-round preparation. It never stops. It's 365 days a year. You're preparing for hunting season all the time. You're preparing for hunting season during hunting season. If you're like me, when I'm hunting and I'm getting off my stand, I've hunted all day and I hadn't seen any deer, and I'm just making some rounds looking. I'm scouting for new spots for next year. Once hunting season's over, normally I would start putting those stands up when the weather's cooler. But this year I didn't, because I was moving around a little bit, and the way our club works, you have to draw for new spots. And if there's 2 or 3 people want that spot, then you have to draw for it. So I had to wait. But to make a long story short, it's a year-round preparation. If you're not looking at it that way and working on it year-round, then you're gonna find yourself with your hands in your pocket. Next thing you know, it's going to be right here, and you're not even going to be halfway ready. Trust me, I know this because I'm just barely halfway ready. But luckily, all I'm doing is bow hunting, so all I have to worry about is my bow stands. I don't have to worry about any rifle stands, anything like that. Well, I say I don't. I help Brandy with hers, but I'm not having to go out and find new rifle spots because I'm just bow hunting this year. This year that's all I used to do is bow hunting. The last couple of years I've done a little rifle hunting, but this year I'm going back to the grassroots and I'm just going back to strictly bow hunting. That's all I'm going to do. I don't care if I have to shoot 37,000 hogs. I'm not getting out of a bow stand this year.
I have a feeling if you need hog meat, you need to message Southern Outdoors because we're going to be overloaded with it. But anyway, you're listening to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. We're going to take you to your B&L Marine outdoor calendar, and we'll be back with more after this.
Hi folks, David Surdine at Hickson Autoplex in Monroe, and I want to thank you for helping us break all sales records in June and July. And we're not stopping here. People are driving from all over Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Texas to take advantage of our upfront pricing. It really makes getting a great deal easy. With over 600 new Fords and 250 pre-owned vehicles to choose from, we've got what you're looking for. The reason we sell so many is because you pay so little.
On the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoor Show, now it's time for the Outdoor Calendar, brought to you by B&L Marine. Ready to hit the water? Need that perfect boat? Well, B&L Marine in Monroe has you covered with a big boat clearance sale now. Save on Bayliners ski boats. Save on Express and Crestliner fishing or duck boats. Veranda pontoon boats too. And through September 2nd, B&L Marine also has Yamaha and Evinrude motors with a 5-year warranty. So hit the water in style with B&L Marine. Check them out on Facebook or stop by 110 Old Bastrop Road, Monroe.
Welcome to Southern Outdoors Event Calendar, brought to you by B&L Marine, where you can get all of your boating needs. August 29th, there will be a meeting for all interested deer hunters or any hunters held at the Jackson Parish Community Center in Jonesboro, Louisiana. For anyone interested in the use of dogs for hunting deer, hogs, squirrels, rabbits, and other game should attend this meeting. For more information, contact Blaine Owens at 255-4793. August 28th through August 31st, Regents Archery will hold their championship shoot in West Monroe, Louisiana. You can go to the NELA website and click on the Events tab and then on Regents Archery's logo to go to their website for more information. Or go straight to regentsarchery.com. September 20th, there will be a firearms formulations class for ladies from 9 a.m. till noon. Bring your own guns and ammunition and learn how to handle, load, and fire a firearm. We'll have a few guns available if you don't have your own. This class is free. For more information, call Winn Parish Sheriff's Office at 628-4611. September 6th through September 28th will be the first split of the dove season in the North Zone, and September 6th through September 14th for the South Zones. Remember, shooting hours 1/2 hour before sunrise to sunset, except for opening day of the first split on wildlife management areas and the Louisiana Department of Wildlife Fisheries leased dove fields, where shooting hours will be 12 p.m. noon to sunset. September 13th through the 28th will be the early teal season. Hunting season is quickly approaching, so you better get prepared. Good luck this season. If you have an event you'd like to have added to the outdoor calendar, you can contact us by Facebook message at Southern Outdoors Radio's Facebook page or email us at southernoutdoorsradio@yahoo.com.
Now back to the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5. It's not just hunting, it's a way of life.
And welcome back to your crazy crew here at Southern Outdoors. I'm your host, Brandy Watson. We have Todd Causey. We would like to take this time to thank our sponsors. We want to thank Hickson Autoplex. Hickson, you want a new ride? Go over there. They'll fix you up with one. And I love my Ford F-150. Everybody knows I love my Ford. Also, Nomi's Pawn and Gun. They have everything from diamonds to double barrels. Dan Ward Plumbing. Don't go to sleep with a leak. Wild Thing Custom Meat. The best buffalo bacon burger you have ever had in your life. I promise you. It is amazing. Also, B&L Marine. You're looking for something to get you out on the water this year? Maybe a new duck boat? Go over there and see them at B&L Marine. And last but not least, good things. They have all good things. And I'm telling you, this is my favorite store. Love this place too.
Yeah, that is a good store.
And talking about Wild Things Custom Meats, they actually catered at your office last week, was it? Was it last week?
That was last week. Yes, last Thursday. Wild Things Custom Meats come out and catered on my day job. My team had actually went 3 years without a recordable injury. So I had Gene with Wild Things come out and cater some buffalo bacon burgers and elk sausage and boudin and jalapeno poppers and French fries and stuff. And we had a good safety meeting that day and a fine feast.
And look, if you want somebody to come out and cater you, or if it's at a gas location, oil field location, or even just any local event, call Gene over there at Wild Things Custom Meats. You will not be disappointed. They are really, really good. And
really reasonably priced.
And I'm telling you, they have some sassy pickles. Them things are amazing. They're like candy to a baby. I can sit down and just eat the whole jar. They're wonderful.
Yeah, and he also told me the other day that he's got a corn operation going. So he's starting to sell corn too.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So if you need some corn for the stands, go and call them at Wild Thing Custom Meats.
That's exactly right. Because we all know we're going to need some corn. We got to feed them hogs. I mean, we got to get them hogs good and fat. So when they come out, you can shoot them and have plenty of meat for some wild pork pan sausage.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. We need some sausage. We are like donate all of our wild hog sausage, so we definitely need some more of that.
Mm-hmm. But them hogs, they love that corn, boy. They just love it. They love it.
Hey, stuck on hogs again, y'all.
Yeah, stuck on hogs. I think actually what I think I'm fixing to do, I'm fixing to bend over and I'm in a hardwood bottom. And you used to be able to hunt like this, just not feed anything, just hunt the trails, hunt the natural food sources, hunt the natural water sources, and like that. And it was always a fun way of hunting, but it's hard to do that when you're in a lease and you're stuck to a certain area. You can only hunt right here, so you have to. If you don't have an area that has a natural food source, then you have to bring a food source there. Bring a food source there to attract the deer. So that's why a lot of people you'll use the baiting technique. But I believe where I'm at, I'm in a good hardwood bottom. I think I'm just going to get rid of the corn and the feed and things like that. I'm just going to hunt the natural food sources and the trails over there. Pretty good area there. I can hang a couple 2 or 3 bow stands up right there for different wind directions. So I think that's what I'm going to do and just hop around out there and hopefully I'll get lucky and old Sad Nasty will come out one day and I can stick a broadhead through him.
But you're listening to Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors, and we're going to take you to your Wild Things Custom Meat Recipe of the Week.
On the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show, it's time now for the Recipe of the Week. Brought to you by Wild Things Custom Meats.
Wild Thing Custom Meats serves a unique custom buffalo bacon burger, pork, elk, and buffalo sausage. And their pickles are, out of this world. Wild Thing Custom Meats caters festivals, private events, and company gatherings. Wild Thing Custom Meats, where everything is homemade and nothing is out of a box. They also do hog processing. So check them out on Facebook at Wild Thing Custom Meats or stop by 126 Oscar Kilpatrick Road, Taylor. On your Southern Outdoors recipe for this week, we have famous grilled chicken. You need boneless, skinless chicken breast, red onion and green bell peppers, a purple onion, jalapeno peppers, season all, black pepper, garlic salt, and butter. Heat your grill to 375 to 400 degrees. Season your chicken breast with black pepper, garlic salt, and season all. Cut your bell peppers, onions, and jalapenos into small rounds. Place a tab of butter on the aluminum foil. Then place the chicken onto the tab of butter. Place the bell peppers, jalapenos, and onions on top of the chicken breast and seal the foil tightly and grill for 20 minutes. Remove from the foil and chow down. This is your so good Southern Outdoors Recipe of the Week.
Let's get back to more on the Outdoors Way of Life. with the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5.
And welcome back to your crazy crew here at Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. Don't forget, download the Red Peach Radio app and listen to us anywhere in the world. We want to thank all of our listeners down in South Louisiana and Hunter Charrier. If you're out there listening tonight, we want to tell you hey, and that's one of our little pro staffers from down at Hetzmer. We also want to tell Gabby hey down there, and Hope and all the fine crew down there. I'm telling you, being in the hunting industry and having the ability to do what we do is an amazing, truly, truly amazing blessing. And like Todd was talking about earlier, you build a family. It doesn't matter if you're in hog hunting, deer hunting, or whatever. It's the camaraderie. It's the getting up. It's the going out there. It's putting all your work in, having the fellowship with fellow hunters. And the day that you actually get to bring that deer in or that hog in or whatever, the feel that you get from not only putting all the time and effort into and it actually paying off and that to happen, but to also be able to come back to the camp and be able to share your stories with your friends at the camp is an amazing thing. And especially get the youth involved. You know, that's one thing we have stressed so many times. If you don't have a kid, borrow somebody's. I'm sure they'll be glad to let you babysit and get them out there, get them in the wood. Squirrel season 6 and open, dove season 6 and open, and there is no better time to get a child out there in the woods and getting used to hunting than squirrel season and dove season.
That's right. Introduce a child to the outdoors. That's always a good policy. I got introduced to the outdoors early in my life with my dad and my uncles. Me and my cousin, it's funny, we'd ride our bicycles to his papa, which was my great uncle, his house, and spend the weekend, or if it was the summertime, spend the summer out there fishing. Had a big pond and fished the pond, and just spent the day, the night, everything out there fishing all day long, and hunting season get there, we'd go down there and spend the night and fish in the daytime, hunt, squirrel hunt, whatever, and going in the house was like punishment. To have to go inside was like punishment. And today, the kids, it's reversed. Some of the kids, it's so bad, you make them go outside is like punishment. So get the youth out there and get them in the outdoors and so they can enjoy what the good Lord has created for us.
Yeah, and that's another thing, it tickles me when you hear a kid, you're like, go outside to play, and they're like, well, I'm bored. And I'm thinking to myself, bored? There's a whole lot more to do outside than there is to do inside. I mean, we'd build forts and climb trees and,
Spend half the day playing with a tin cup and a stick.
Yeah, or either, in my case, I would usually make slingshots out of sticks and try to hit birds out of trees. But I didn't say that, Mr. Game Warden. But, you can always find something outside to do to entertain yourself. And, go fishing, go play in the creek, do something like that. Don't be picking up no snakes now, that ain't cool. But, you can find something to do.
Well, think about kids these days, you tell him to go outside, play in the creek and stuff. A kid this day, 10 years old, go outside and play in the creek, he wouldn't know what to look for. They spend 90% of their time in front of the TV or in front of video games and computer screens and things like that. Of course, I don't know, computers are good. They're very valuable to us for finding information, finding data, doing things. But so is the great sunshine.
And
there's the great outdoors.
There's something about being out in the woods, whether it be sitting on a deer stand or like, people that are friends with me on my personal Facebook page. The other night I was sitting outside, out away from the house, out in the woods, and I was just sitting there. It was late, probably midnight. And it was so peaceful and so quiet to be out in the dark by yourself with the stars shining and hearing the birds, the frogs and the crickets and all that. It was just something peaceful about it. It's just a sense of serenity that you can't get anywhere else. And until you've been out and enjoyed that, try it one night. You might be surprised. It's a stress reliever.
Well, I'll tell you this, and I'm going to be quiet, but to me, there's nothing better than opening morning of bow season. You get on that stand, if you're the eager beaver like me, I'll be on the stand an hour and a half before daylight. I'm so ready to get out there, but you get on that stand and that sun starts to break, starts to get your daylight. birds start chirping, quiet. You know, if you're lucky, the deer start moving around you. You know, whether it's one that you want to take or not, they start moving around you and feeding around the acorn trees or the food plots you've got planted or the mineral blocks, whatever it is. And it's just, there's nothing better than that. I mean, that opening day of bow season there's no day in bow season better than opening day.
And to look at God's creation and realize how blessed you are to have that moment on the earth and to be able to have the opportunities that we have is an amazing thing. But you're listening at Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. I'm Brandy Watson. That's Todd Causey. Remember, it's not just hunting.
That's the way of life.
Listen every Tuesday at 6 p.m. for the Hickson Ford Southern Outdoors Show with Brandy Watson and Todd Causey. Check out the website for SouthernOutdoorsRadio.com. Come on back next week at 6 p.m. for Hickson Ford's Southern Outdoors on Big Z Country, Z107.5.